Hello and welcome back. In this video we're going to look at functions, which are a core building block in computer programming. Functions allow us to assign a name to a series of program statements, and they greatly simplify our programs. Naming functions is a form of abstraction. Once written and tested, we can use our functions again and again without having to worry about their internal details. So if we find ourselves frequently needing to multiply a number by itself, we can have the insight of abstraction and say, let's call that squaring a number, and we can write a function to provide that handy little utility, and we can use it again and again. There are many different programming constructs that support abstraction, including modules and classes, which we'll see much later in the course. Python comes with a great deal of built-in functions, and there are other functions that we can get access to when we download packages that have been written by others on our behalf. So one of the built-in functions is called round. So if we have an integer value, if we have a value x, we can call round on which is a built-in function, and pass in an argument to that function. So round 5.4 is passing in the argument 5.4 to the function round, and it has the expected outcome. It's turning, in this case, a floating point value into an integer value and rounding it down in this case. If I ask for the round of 5.7, it gives the expected outcome of rounding that up to 6. We can use functions and expressions, so if I ask for 6 plus round of 5.9, we get the expected outcome of 12. So 6 plus the result of rounding 5.9, which yields 6. 6 plus 6 gives us 12. And of course, we can also use functions in assignment statements. So we could say some value equals round of 456 point some large decimal point value. Okay, so that statement has been executed, and we can have a look at the value of some val. Okay. Key terminology here, though, is that we are using a built-in function and we are passing an argument to the function. So the argument that's being passed in is the value that's handed to the function. In this case, it was 5.4. In this case, it was 5.7. 5.9 was the argument in that statement, and 456.456456 was the argument to the function there. So there are lots of built-in functions. Round we've just seen, and we can it returns the nearest int to the float value x. Abs returns the absolute value of x. So if we ask for abs of 45, it tells us the absolute value of 45 is 45, and the absolute value of minus 45 is 45. The int function converts the argument x to an integer. So if we say int of 67.78, it gives us the integer value of that floating point argument. So if x is a float, it truncates it. Later we'll see that x can also be a string. Under certain conditions, we'll see that that's true. And we're going to meet lots and lots more functions that are provided for us by other Python libraries and modules. And we'll also much later in the course, when we introduce object orientation, be talking about functions as methods, the methods belonging to a particular type of object. In the next video, we'll move on to defining new functions. Thanks.